and develop organizational change strategy. Then third one is finalized scope statement document. It is nothing but which involves defining the boundaries of the project, including like tasks, resources, deliverables, or timeline. And key steps to finalize the scope documents are nothing but understanding the project, then define the scope, what is the scope of project, then identifying deliverables, then specifying constraints and assumption, and approval from the key stakeholders. Then comes standard business process mapping, which is nothing but BPML. So BPML is a structured list of all business processes that an organization needs to perform. It is crucial step. BPML includes the following information such as process ID, then process name, which process we are performing, then process description, process steps, roles, and system or tools. Then there is above priority RICEF W objects. RICEF W nothing but stands for reports, interfaces, conversion, enhancement, forms, and workflows. Reports are used for retrieving data, then interfaces are used for transferring the data between SAP system to other system, then conversions are used for converting the data, enhancements are used for adding the function to the SAP system, then forms are used for creating printed or written documents in SAP system, and workflows are used for automating business process. Then QGate pass and sign off prepare. QGate is nothing but quality check, and sign off means getting approval from stakeholders for the next phases. And then second one is explore phase. First one is the business organization structure, workshop, and finalization. It involves defining the organizational units that represent an enterprise structure in terms of legal or business related purpose. Then prepare and present business process document, that is BBP, by company. It provides detailed description of company's business process and system requirements. Then steps for preparing and presenting a BBP is first one is collecting requirements like business scenarios, business process, etc. Then business content check, then data design, then create the BBP, which include all the information, important configuration settings to adapt the ERP to company needs. Then review and approve, and present the BB, which is the last step. Then comes gap documentation, that is RICEF list. In SAP, gap documentation refers to the process of identifying and documenting the gaps between standard SAP application and the business requirements that it cannot fulfill. These gaps are then addressed through the development of RICEF W objects, as we have seen earlier. The gap documentation specifically include following information such as gap or CRID, which is unique identifier for each gap or change request, then type of development, then FS definition form ID, the function, which is the functional specification document that describes the business requirement in detail, then SAP R/3 version. This is a version of SAP being used. Then data migration approach and strategy document. Data migration approach involves the approach and strategy for migrating data from the legacy system to the new SAP system. Some steps for preparing the data migration approach and strategy documents are understanding the current system, then identifying the data requirement, then defining the migration approach. Fourth one is develop the migration strategy. Fifth one is plan for data quality. Sixth one is considering security and compliance. Then seventh one is prepare for cutover, and last one is plan for post migration activities. Then what is data migration program and process? Data migration is SAP nothing but refers to the process of transferring data from one system to source, often during system upgrades, consolidation, or implementation of new SAP modules. Data migration process includes of project planning, then data mapping, data quality assurance, then testing, data validations, cutover planning, and post migration activities. Then finalizing the master data template. It involves several steps that template meets the specific requirements of your organization that aligns with SAP implementation. Some of following templates are as follows. First one is defining the master data object, then SAP standard templates, then customizing the templates. Fourth one is data fields and attributes. Fifth one is data validation rules, then data quality checks, then approval process, then data governance, user training, and documentation. And last one is final approval. Then authorization roles and assignment, authorization matrix. In SAP, authorization rules and assignments are crucial components of a security model that controls the access to various transaction data and functionality within the SAP system. Then detailed test planning. Test planning in the context of SAP involves developing a comprehensive strategy and plan to validate that the SAP system behaves as expected and meets the business requirements. Below are such examples of a detailed outline test planning. First one is defining test objectives and scope, then identifying stakeholders, understanding business requirements, creating a test strategy, defining test environment, developing the test scenarios and cases, identifying test data, then test case execution sequence, then specifying entry and exit criteria, risk analysis, test schedule, and test execution. Then defect management, communication plan, training plan, performance test, user accepting test, review and approval, and last one documentation. Then last one is QG2, that is quality gate 2 and phase sign off, which is nothing but defining the quality gates and approval of stakeholders for the next process. Then the third one is realize. First one is development from RICEF object. In SAP, RICEF is nothing but workflow, report, interface, conversion, and enhancement, and form. It represents various types of object or components that are typically developed or customized during SAP implementation or enhancement project. Each of the RICEF components plays a specific role in SAP system. First one is workflow, which is nothing but W. Workflow defines as SAP, which is nothing but automation of business process and guiding the flow of tasks or information between users or system. Then report. Reports in SAP are tools of extracting and presenting the data from the system. Then interface. Interface involves the exchange of data between SAP and external system or between different SAP modules. Then conversion activities involve data migration or transformation from one format or system to another during SAP implementation. Then enhancements involve customizing or extending standard SAP functionality to meet specific business requirements. And last one is form. Forms in SAP are used for generating documents such as invoices or purchase orders with specific layouts and content. Then development of user interfaces. Developing user interfaces, especially with technologies like SAP Fiori, is a key aspect of enhancing the user experience in SAP. Then development of Fiori user interface in SAP, which is include understanding requirements, then designing Fiori apps. Third one is selecting Fiori elements, then creating Fiori app. Fifth one is developing with SAP WID. The sixth one is implementing OData services, and then enhancing with SAP Fiori elements. Eighth one is custom coding with SAP UFI. Then implementing Fiori Launchpad, testing and quality insurance, responsive design, accessibility consideration, security integration, documentation, training and rollout, and then last one is monitoring and maintenance. Then legacy data migration. Legacy data migration in SAP, it is a process which concludes transferring data from existing or legacy system into the SAP system during an implementation or migration project. This process consists of defining data migration strategy, then data extraction, data cleansing and transformation, then data mapping, data loading into SAP, then data reconciliation, data handling, testing, data archiving, documentation, user training, post-migration validation, audit and compliance, go-live support, and last one is continuous improvement. The next point is core configuration documentation. In SAP, it refers to comprehensive documentation of the foundational settings and configuration that are essential for the proper function of SAP system. This documentation serves as a reference for system administrators, consultants, and other stakeholders involved in the managing or maintaining SAP landscape. Then next one is configured master data object solution document. It refers to a document that outlines the configuration and setup of master data objects within a specific SAP solution module. Then data readiness in testing environment. It involves ensuring that necessary data which is available, accurate, and suitable for testing purpose. Next point is authorization roles and assignment, QA system. These roles define what actions users are allowed to perform and what data they can access. Then next one is training model readiness. It is a critical aspect of preparing an end user, administrators, and other stakeholders for effective use and management of SAP system. Next one is preliminary cutover plan. Uh, it consists of high-level activities and tasks that need to be performed during the transition from the current system or phase to the new SAP environment. Then next point is test results. Test results in SAP refer to outcomes and findings obtained from various testing activities conducted into the system. Some of test results types are unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and user acceptance testing. Then next point is test result documentation. It consists of execution of each test case, including inputs, expected outcomes, and actual results. The next point is test execution. It involves the actual running of test cases and scenarios to validate the functionality, performance, security, and overall correctness of the SAP system. Then run queue get realize to deploy. This step involves the running or passing queue get depending on the specific methodology being used and context of your project. Then last point is QG quality gate re and realization. So realize space sign off, which is nothing but checking the quality and giving the approval for the next for the last process, last phase. Last one is deploy. First point is creating the final cutover plan. Creating a final cutover plan in SAP is a critical step in ensuring a smooth transition from the existing system to the new SAP environment. Then second point is performing cut or mock rehearsal. Performing cut mock rehearsal in SAP is a critical step into simulate the cutover process before the actual go live. It helps to identify the potential issues, refining procedures, and ensure that the cutover activities are well coordinated among the various teams involved. Third one is master data migration. It involves transferring key business data from legacy system or other sources to the SAP system. Fourth point is production cutover or opening balances and transaction data 100%. This is performing production or cutover in SAP includes migration of opening balances and transaction data. This is a critical phase in SAP implementation project. Then execute end user training. Executing end user training in SAP is a crucial step to ensure that users are equipped with the knowledge and skills needed to effectively navigate and perform their tasks in SAP system. Then SAP Pre-Go live check. Conducting a Pre-Go live check in SAP is essential to ensure that SAP system is ready for production use and that potential issues are identified and addressed before the system is made available to end users. Then quality gate 4, which is nothing but checking the quality and then giving approval from with the help of stakeholder. Then last page is run. First one is resolve and close open issue. Resolving and closing open issues in SAP is a critical task to ensure the stability and the effectiveness of the SAP system. Then configuration, technical and functional spaces, user manual handover. Handing over configuration details, technical specification, functional specification, and user manuals is a crucial step to ensure smooth transition, knowledge transfer, and ongoing support for SAP system. Then last point is quality gate 5 and run phase sign off. Checking the quality and last point is run phase sign off. This signifies that run phase of the project has been completed and relevant stakeholders have reviewed and approved that's it. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Ajay. Yeah. So I think it's a very, yeah, he prepared very detailed way. So, so anybody have any
Okay.
doubts on this? Maybe Ajit, you can share these documents. Let's we have a discussion about this. Anybody have any questions on this? So related to the phase by phase, if anybody have any doubts, maybe you know, if you have any doubts, please ask. We'll clarify now. So what is cutover activities? So what is right if objects? What is roles and authorizations? So anybody can able to, yeah, could you hear? It's my voice is audible or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your voice is audible. Yes. Actually, my question is in like a prepare phase, I have seen like BPML. So actually, I don't understand what exactly BPML is.
Okay, so BPML, yeah, he mentioned standard business process master list. Okay, so yes, so this BPML is going to identify. So what all the process we are going to be implemented. Okay, for example, we have the scope document,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the scope
Mm-hmm.
document, as per SAP, as per the let's say desired current business process, they have identified what all the process, org structure, master data. If you are MM from P2B, O2C, or production, or like financial process, they have explained in the scope documents. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So there you can able to go through the scope document. Then you have to demonstrate. Okay, these are all the currently you have the process, but in SAP the process is like that. So now for the fit gap analysis, you are going to demonstrate, right? So once you demonstrated, then we need to prepare the process which we are going to be implemented, right? Plus based on that only we are creating the BBP also. Okay. Based on
Okay.
that only we are creating the BBP also.
Like you mean to say like BPML is like 2B documents, right? Is similar to 2B documents.
Not to 2B. 2B document is completely different. So BPML is like normal Excel file. Just for example, may I know you are into which module?
Uh, PM module, plant maintenance.
Plant maintenance. Okay. So suppose in plant maintenance, we have the different type of maintenance process like preventive maintenance. So then we have the we have there are
Breakdown
yeah,
maintenance.
breakdown maintenance. So like that we have
Correct.
6 7 type of process is there. So whether these 6 7 type of process currently they have or not. So what basis you will check based on the scope document, right? So not only process like master data, what all the master data, like even the preventive maintenance, whether they have any kind of external procurement and services. So like that you have to prepare the detailed business process, and whether only in-house product, in-house services they are doing, or is there any kind of external services, external material procurement. So like that there are we need to identify the based on the process. So we need to prepare the BPML.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So anybody have any questions? Like let me point out one by one so that let's start with Amit. You have any questions on the what do you call? Uh,
Sir,
yeah.
I have a few confusions relating the roles and assignment. Along with that, this one second, sir, I marked that question. And then the cutover activities as well, sir. What happens in the realization phase and the deployment phase? Because in realization phase, as you explained in your previous videos, you will be uploading with all the opening balances and everything, right, no, sir? I have confusions in these two topics: authorization rules and assignment, and in cutover activities.
Okay. So anybody can answer for his question. What is authorization roles and what is cutover activities? These are all more important. Again, interview plus real time also. So I'll ask these questions to Binyam. So Binyam, could you have you understand what is the questions he raised?
Yeah, hi all. Authorization, I understood like we will be assigning to all the accesses for end users and super users to the business processes. Like once all testing is gone, then you need to everybody need to be assigned to each role for the business process that were they've been assigned to. So it's an assignment. Authorization will be an authentication to the access to the SAP system. But cutover activities, I still have a confusion.
Okay. So anybody
That
have any? Yeah.
authorized.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Hello. Actually, the cutover activity in those cutover activity phase, what we used to do, we used to upload 100% master data. Okay, and one more thing, what you do in this cutover phase, we used to transfer the tier to the production.
Okay. Okay. So the first point, roles and authorizations. Anybody have any questions? See, for example, based on your module, right? So every module, there are multiple departments. So first we need to understand that points. Okay. So for example, finance department. Finance department. Let's say there is a, we can say GL. So GL related, we can say, the postings, right? So without GL related postings and the GL related creation process. So we are going to keep it in one particular department. Let's say maybe 1%, 2%, 3% doesn't matter, right? So for example, let's say employee one is creating the invoice GL, JV or something. So it goes to his manager one, okay, and then it goes to manager two. So then it will finally, after the verification, then they are going to post it. I'm just giving the example, right? So when it comes to employee two, he is creating the invoice. So it is directly goes to directly manager two, not manager. Maybe he might be a manager one. So directly go to manager two. So let's say employee three is creating. So then in this case, no approval. So how they are determined this? Anybody can able to understand? So now we discuss three cases. In the one particular department, there are three different person creating the transaction, but one person have two approvals, another person have only one approval, and the third person you don't have any approval at all. So any idea why it is like that?
Sir,
Maybe
is
project
it
organization structure.
based on the hierarchy? in the
Hierarchy,
company?
yes.
Yes, correct. So based on the hierarchy, we have to design. So now as a consultant, so now you need to take a point. So how do you have any kind of approval process? Yes. So if it is the approval process, you tell me, how this approval process works. Whether, by default, everybody is going to, whoever the employee creating the, GL, I'm telling same thing for accounts payable, receivable, bank also. So now we need to create a role. Right? We need to create a role. So in that role, there is a restriction also. So how we need to restrict? So if this particular, employee creating the, invoice, so it has to go to the manager one, manager two. So now this kind of, approval process, we can call it as a, roles and authorization. So this is for the workflow point of view. And second thing, the roles we need to design based on the department, based on the person also, right? So now GL process, let's say I have a 10 different type of process I'm going to create it in GL. So now let's say for there are, GL department, let's say there are 5 people are working. Okay, let's say 3 employee and 2 managers. So I need to set up the role. So you employee, what all the transaction is going to perform, and the manager, what all the roles he is going to perform. Correct? So this is what every department they do. You talk about any department. If you are in maintenance, suppose you are a maintenance engineer, you are creating the maintenance order. So finally this order, whatever the notification order creating, it has to go to that maintenance, the manager, right? So he needs to verify, okay, so this notification is raised, okay, once he is approved, then it has to proceed further. The same thing for the procurement also. So whenever the end user department who create the PR, right? So let's say there is a maintenance divisions, or maybe there is a remote divisions, or like that there is a finance department, HR department, IT department. So they are creating the PR, directly it goes to his manager. Once the manager is approved, then it goes to manager two. So once manager two approved, it goes to procurement department. Once procurement department is approved, then they are going to process your PR into RFQ, quotations, comparison, purchase order. So then the process will start. So every department concept is same. Every department, one person is creating the transaction, another person is approving. So we called as a employee, or we called as a key user and super user. Key user as a end user, we can say, or the super user we can say as a manager, right? So there are two type of every department. This activity is there. Maybe manager 1, 2, 3 will be there. Employee 1, 2, 3 will be there. But apart from that, two different kind of role for every, not only module. I'm talking about the sub department level. Okay, I'm talking about procurement. Same thing we have the purchasing also, the same kind of concept. Same thing for that service entry sheet creation also. Same thing for GRN also. Same thing for invoice also. Any department you take. Okay, any department you take. So we have employee, there is a manager. So how you will design the role, correct? So now you understand that, okay, manager should have the approval process. So employee should have the transaction creation process. So this transaction we have to restrict. This employee has to execute the business transaction within the particular company code. Let's say there are 5 company codes. So let's say desired company, they have going to implement for 5 different company code. So every company code, So there is accounts payable. There are one department will be there. So let's say for 5 different team or 5 different department who is involving for accounts payable for 5 different company code. Correct. So this 5 different company code, I need to restrict, employee 1, company code 1000, employee 2, company code 2000, employee 3, company code 3000, employee 4, company code 4000, employee 5, company code 5000. Now this restriction should be there. So he should not see any kind of business transaction. The 1000 employee should not see any kind of business transaction. 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000. Same thing, 1000, 2000, company code 2000 employee should not see 1000, 3000, 4000, 5000. So this kind of restriction has to be done. Okay. So
Sir,
yeah.
sir, I mean, does it include tolerance as well? I mean, while configuring, we configure tolerance, right? I mean, it comes under this.
Tolerance, what kind of tolerance?
Anything, sir. For example, limit on the invoice billing or.
That is okay. That is what approval
enterprise.
process. Yes, that is what approval process. Let's say your invoice is more than 10,000,
Okay.
right? Or your your SIR. Another your invoice is 25,000. So whether it's payable or receivable, we have to respect it. Definitely, there is approval. That is what we are talking about. These roles and authorization.
Got it, sir. And sir, about the cutover activities in deploy stage and in
So
explosion.
cutover activities, again, it's a very crucial phase. And I'll tell you simple example for the crucial the complexity of the cutover activity. Suppose, let's say they given the contract, maybe contract, sales contract, maintenance contract, finance contract is there. Everywhere there is a contract. So they have given, let's say, one activity unit, let's say for 25,753.66 66. So this is one activity unit. Now when they are going to perform, let's say 15% or 12%, they have some lump sum amount. Okay, now this lump sum amount has to be calculated based on the total amount. So sometimes what is happened, there is a digit issues will be there, right? So there is a digit issue. So now what will happen in SAP, if you are booking one lump sum equal to activity unit, one lump sum equal to, let's say, for 25,756.26. So if you uploaded, and whenever they do some kind of percentage, right? So they have as per them, they have a percentage, let's say 5%, it will be 4,576.26. So now this will not get match actually. So this will not get match. So what we can say alternative way, instead of putting quantity, you put it total value into quantity, right? Total value into quantity, then you put value equal to 1. So which means the 25,756.56 as the quantity, and value you can able to put as a 1. So which means whenever you do 0.26 service and receipt posting, so system will have the restriction. Right, so system can able to do that. So otherwise, based on the percentage, if you booking any kind of invoices or booking any kind of services, so system cannot get the accurate. So now these are all the points we need to we need to, as a consultant, you need to think about that. So that is a first point number 1. So we need to think how the unit of measurements you have to set it. Okay, so now second thing, once you uploaded, cannot be changed. So we have to very clear that wherever the percentage based you are doing, if there is any kind of variation is there, you just try to make it lump sum. Mostly the lump sum will have the issues, right? If it is the quantity, they will always, if I have 100 quantity, they will receive 20 quantity, they will receive 25 quantity. So there is no any issue with the quantity and the unit price. When there is a lump sum, so we have this kind of challenges. So at that time you have to put total value into quantity and the value net price equal to 1. So it will be very simplify your process. Clear? So that is one thing. So second thing, the cutover point of view. So what is the consultant role here? So cutover activities like as a consultant, first we need to make sure what all the master data, what all the transaction data we are going to be uploaded. Okay, so it needs to be make sure that my master data is let's say I'm from sales and distributions. So I need to upload all my customers. I need to upload all my condition records. I need to all they are expecting to upload all the open sales order which are raised last maybe before 3 months. I have some 100 150 plus sales order is pending. So I need to upload because those sales order not yet have any kind of delivery or there is no invoice. So I need to upload those things. Maybe some of the sales order they have partially they delivered. So I need to, let's say, for total quantity I have, they have order, let's say, for 10,000, but they delivered only for 20 with maybe let's say 2,500. So the balance quantity I need to upload it. So now these are all the area you have to tell them. Okay, so if you are not, you already, wherever the delivery is not happen, right? Wherever the delivery is not happen, or even, partially it is happen, you have to tell your, as a consultant, you have to advise them. So even there is a open sales order. So what all the sales order which are not converted or which are not delivered, so you can able to upload it. That's a point number one. So point number two, so what all this sales order created, then partially you delivered, maybe then you have to do the daily invoice also. Those things I will minus it. So you give me those sales order also, I need to upload it. So this is the point number two in the sales open sales order upload, right? So suppose some of the sales order they might be delivered, but invoice might not be created. So then they will say that yes, I have, there is a partial sales order I have delivered, but invoice is not yet created. So you have to make same thing in your SAP system also. There is a possibility. Again, this is another client requirement. Okay, I not say that always it will be like that. So another client will say that yes, we are not received any money from customer. We created the sales order, we have done the delivery as well as we raised the invoice also, but there is a payment has to be received. You need to upload those invoice. I mean invoice also. Okay. So now these are all the challenges. Everything you have to think about that because you are not a trainee. So you are going to be a consultant in front of customer. Either you have a 2 years experience or you have a 20 years experience, doesn't matter. But now you are going to take action. Right. Okay. So now these are all the area. First we should be clear. I'm talking about the open items. Okay. So master data is we knows. Okay. Whatever they are giving, we are validating, we are uploading into the quality system. Okay. So now I'm coming to that point. Cutover activities. Okay. So cutover activities, first we need to upload master data. Okay. In your module, when they are asking any kind of interview, you should tell them my cutover activity. First I have uploaded this. Second I have uploaded this. Third I have uploaded this. So in such a way you have to answer. You should not tell first I have uploaded sales order, second I have uploaded delivery, so then I have uploaded my invoice, and after that I have uploaded my customer master. So anybody will accept? So you
No, sir.
uploaded all the transaction data, then finally you are uploading your master data. So is it possible like that in system? So I'm talking about all the module people. So when you are uploading your invoice, let's say I'm talking to the finance. Okay, I'm uploaded my vendor invoice. I have uploaded my customer invoice. I have uploaded my bank opening items. Then finally I have after that I have uploaded my vendor master. After that I have uploaded my customer master. Is that correct?
No, master data has to upload first.
Yes. So
Without the
everyone
core
should be
data,
very
you
clear.
cannot update and maintain.
Yeah, everyone should be very clear. What is the point number one? What is the point number two? What is the point number three? Even master data also you have 5 master data. Which one should be the first master data you need to be uploaded? Okay, so this I'm giving to you people. So tomorrow you guys can able to let me know. So about your cutover activities. Okay, I will tell you what is cutover activity, but the data point of view. First, second, priority you have to decide. You let me know. All right. Okay, so now next there is a quality systems and production system. There are cutover activities. There are two systems used to do that. So why we need to do two system cutover activities? So why not in only production system? Anybody can answer? Why cutover activities in two different system?
Actually, in quality system, what we have configured, we have to test first, and after the testing, we will move the tier to the production.
No, I'm talking
So
about
that is why
cutover activities. So cutover master data can be moved from quality to production.
Yes.
yes.
So master data can be moved from quality to production.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No.
No, why no? Why master data cannot be transferred from quality system to production system?
In quality system, we do the testing, and then if the testing is done right, then we transfer it to the production system so that it goes live.
Yeah. So here what happens? Quality
In
server.
quality system, we will test all the things.
No, cutover activities means here like not a testing, like unit testing, integration testing, user. We are not talking about testing here. Cutover activities means like uploading your master data in a sequential way, uploading your transaction data in a sequential way. That's it. There is no any configuration. There is no any TR movements. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, so why we are doing two different system cutover activity? So cutover activity is something is wrong. So in Oracle system they have, let's say, 60,000 transaction. Let's say they have a 60,000 material master, and the volume of data. Let's say you think about that, 50,000, 60,000 datas are there, even invoice and everything. So when you are trying to upload into the system, if something is happened wrong, you done some VLOOKUP from one Excel file to another Excel file for the value, for the vendor, so for that currency, for that company code, you done one file, then you uploaded. Let's say after uploaded you come to know that, oh my god, I missed out, something is wrong, it's gone. So is it possible to rectify? So once the master data uploaded with the wrong data, is it possible to rectify? So before rectification, how much efforts, 50,000 records, is it possible one by one to correct it? So that is the reason what we are going to do. We have to tell the client, even you have to tell to the interviewer also. We have the, when you are talking about, the same example, I'm just keep memorized in your mind. So when the cutover activities is happening, so why there are two different system, quality system and production system. So we are receive the data and we uploading all the master. First of all, you have to talk about what is cutover activity, what is, three different system, development system, quality system, production system, you have to explain. So then, before that you have to explain about your configurations, then you have to explain about, your testing. So that has to be closed, right? So even though you are asking cutover activity, you have to finish the step by step. These are all completed, then there is a cutover activity. So we have two different systems. First we are going to upload all master data and all the open items in the quality systems. So based on the customer requirements, right? So based on the customer requirements, okay, so we are going to upload all the data in the quality system. Now customer has to verify that. So now customer has to verify that, correct? So this data is correct or this data is wrong. So someone has to acknowledge, right? Yes or no? So someone has to acknowledge that yes, whatever data we provided and they have uploaded, it is correct. Correct? Agree?
Yes, sir.
So now your system should be, quality system should have the perfect data whatever you uploaded. So definitely they will give one data. They will, let's say for contract is there, let's say sales contract, they will give their Oracle, or they will give, let's say for e-promise or something, as per that they are giving to you. So now your template, your legacy migration cockpit template is, it is like there are 6 to 7 sheet is there. It's not a single file. So your header level data one sheet, item level data another sheet, your schedule line will be another sheet, your account assignment data another sheet, header text will be another sheet, item text will be another sheet. So delivery address will be another sheet. So even for business master data also like that. It's not a single sheet. So they will give you single sheet record. Now you need to update it into splitting into 7 to 8 sheets. So you missed out something. There is a possibility. So now we need to upload in the quality system. We have to get the acknowledgement from the client. Client will not respond immediately. So even they don't know how to react. So if he is not react when it goes to production, then he'll find out, oh, this data is wrong. The whole data they uploaded is wrong. So then there is a big escalation. Then we have to surrender. So to avoid that, whatever data they provided and whatever data you have uploaded, first you have to verify with the quality system. I'm not telling one data. You have to talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all your master data and open item you have to explain. Okay, so once the customer is agreed, they verified. So then can we move this master data from quality system to production system? So this is not a TR, right? This is not a transport request. So can copy or you can transfer from here to here. So what we need to do, once we get the verification from the customer, then we are going to upload the same data in the production system. Same way we need to get the confirmation. Yes, my material master, there are 60,000 material I have uploaded. Please confirm. So my 15,000 supplier master I have uploaded. Please confirm. My 5,550 customer I have uploaded. Please confirm. So my invoice, let's say you given almost 7,500 vendor invoice open item you have given. I have uploaded. Please confirm. So I have you given for me that the open notifications, current notification you give me 150 service notifications you provided. I have uploaded. Please confirm. So like that every module, the quality server also you need to get the confirmation, and production system also we need to get the confirmations. Okay, so now this is yeah, so we called as the cutover activities, and the cutover activity, the prerequisites, your configuration should be done, testing, unit testing has to be done, cross model integration testing has to be done. You have to tell, yes, I was involved in this phase, I was delivered, I was completed, then I move into cutover activity. So for my module 1 2 3 4 5 is the sequential master data we have uploaded in the quality system, then get the confirmation from the customer, then we have uploaded in the production system. So it's not transferable, it's not like a TR to move from quality to production. Again, we need to re-upload in the production system also. So in such a way, you have to explain.
Excuse me, sir. What will be our roles as a junior? What would be what is allowed for us to upload, or
See
how
now,
does it work?
yeah. So now, as a junior consultant or assistant consultant, your role would be, I can see again based on the project, I can tell you. So maybe the data verification purpose they can use it, or they can use it for the config. If you are good in configuration, they can use it for to do the some configurations. If you are good in preparation of good PowerPoint presentation, they can use it you for the preparation of the demo document, for fit gap analysis, or any kind of demonstrations, right? Or they can, you are good in the what do you call, preparation of the functional specifications, then they can assign the object, you can prepare the functional specification also. So these are all that's what we are discussing now. So what is the activate methodology, what are the phases, what are the deliverables. So they will check which phase and which deliverable you are fitting, correct? So they cannot directly put you in the BVP phases. So without understanding the customer requirements, without preparing how to prepare my business flow diagram, how to prepare my BVP, so they will not put you in directly in the BVP preparations, correct? So now in this
Okay, sir.
project we are going to, you have to tell during the interview, these are all the phases you work, which one you are more comfortable, you tell them these are all the things I have delivered. Okay, so even you can tell BVP also I have prepared,
Yes.
but if you can able to manage in the interview point of view, otherwise you can leave it. But still in this project you are going to design everything. Okay, in this implementation project, think about as IBM project you assign, and they are going to give the working in the implementation project, what all the deliverables you do, the same thing you just explain in the interview point of view, which one you want to neglect, which one you have, yes, my as assistant I assistant my lead consultant or who's working on site, so I have delivered these areas. So but I'm going to teach you how the senior consultant who do all the activity practical way, you are going to do it here also.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so anyhow, I think we will see tomorrow again, and I'm expecting everyone and whoever gone through the scope document. So already we shared. Anybody not get any what do you mean the share folder access, right? So please get the access today and open your some module they have 3 4 documents. I'm talking about the scope document which already they have shared. Some module they have only one, maybe the group wise there is a single document, so doesn't matter, right? So maybe one document or 3 documents, so please go through that and please explain. So this week we are giving the opportunity for everyone. So what are the current process, just you see the header level, you can, if you are SD consultant, come to know, okay, what are the different type of sales process they have, just you put it in one PowerPoint presentations. So these are all they have, these are all the process currently they have, or just you prepare one Excel file 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, it's nothing but like a high level, these are all the process current, then you have to explain why this process, which division they have, could you explain what kind of product they are going to deliver or manufacture or procure. So you just prepare one whatever document you are comfortable, either it is a Word document or PPT document or Excel document. So just prepare it. So this whole week we are going to discuss about the scope document. It's nothing but your as-is document. Okay. Okay, no problem. So whoever is not prepared, I think Ajit has done a good job. He is prepared very detailed way the document. I'm expecting everyone to prepare in such a way that maybe Ajit you can share. So this document in our in the share folder actually. So I'm expecting everyone this document throughout the project. Okay, till you are completing the project, this document with you, right? So this is again I'm telling you, this is I can say more than 30-40% questions it's here. So another 30-40% of question it's coming with your real configurations those things doesn't matter, but most of the questions is from this document only. So please keep it this document, and daily you just go through that. Okay, this is the phase, these are all the deliverable you have. Without go through the document you can able to talk to the interviewer without referring this document. I'm telling everyone. Okay. So see you tomorrow, and hope I want to make sure who are all already you are referring. Don't say that I didn't open the scope document, still I didn't open the share folder access. Don't say anything. Whatever you understand, take some time. So because this is the opportunity for everyone, and how the new implementation project works, right? So luckily you got opportunity here to work in an implementation project, and most of them they are saying implementation project, and you never get this kind of exposure, right? So here the very beginning, you are a lead consultant and you are preparing the the day one complete activate methodology deliverable, everything we are going to deliver it. And please go through your scope down. So the whole project, the beginning, the starting point is your scope document. Okay. So thank you so much. Let's see tomorrow. I'm expecting everyone to complete your activate methodology deliverables. So then I'm expecting the scope document what you have understood also, right? Yeah. Thank you.
So